Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 3 of R6 at Purdue Summer League. Tonight we have TSM number 5 versus number 6 MeeveFever. Tonight I
Let's
am
go.
casting and observing with my other caster, CK Rookie, aka Swouse.
Hello.
How are you doing, Swouse?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm kind of excited to see these two teams, number 5 and 6, close on the leaderboard. So, it's definitely an exciting game to be able to cast and watch firsthand.
These are two teams that honestly I would have picked out as favorites for going far in the playoffs this season. To see them in 5 and 6 is actually kind of surprising. I think this is
True.
going to be a close game. Right now, we're waiting for players to fill up the lobby. Tonight, we'll be playing first map Cafe.
Oh. It's interesting. I don't know if the teams actually want cafe or if they're trying to up the choices or the selections for the map so more common maps aren't banned later on in the season.
That's what I would do. Personally, I was trying to think about getting theme park up there, considering how good Waifu Warriors seem to be on it, but I'm not sure that'll happen. Right now, we have Oregon and Villa both tied for the top two maps to be auto banned with four games played respectively. Chalet with three, Clubhouse two, and then Theme Park with two as well. I don't think that we've played every map in the map pool, as we only have Oregon Villa, Chalet, Clubhouse, Theme Park, Bank, Cafe, and Skyscraper. Because that's only eight. Which one are we missing? Can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it's actually Border. I don't think Border's been played at all yet.
Interesting.
Still waiting for a few more players to join the lobby, but we will be started soon. Wow, subscription Hong.
What was that?
Hong with the subscription to esports at Purdue.
Yo.
Yeah. Big man Hong in the house. Gonna give the subscription power up before his game. Maybe that'll lend a hand to his team. He gives a subscription, he gets a chance at winning. Maybe if there's any infractions in the rules, we'll give MeeFever some special consideration. Can't do this for free, can we? All right, all the players are in the lobby, and the match settings are set. Team. So mid versus MeeveFever begins now.
All right, cafe first map in these two BO1 maps. You know, I don't really I don't really think we've seen that much play on cafe. I think we've seen like maybe one map played on cafe so far that we've casted. It's been played throughout the season, but I think this is one of the first ones that we've actually seen. Um, so we are going to see the Jackal band coming out from MeeveFever. You know, it's understandable. Cafe is relatively a roam heavy map, especially on the lower floor sites. Thatcher also coming through, more so for clearing out basement, or I guess first floor kitchen, maybe getting the electricity off of red, but you can also just shoot that off. Mira also coming out, very, very annoying to deal with Mira. Not really surprised with that one as well. And the clash, I was just expecting it. You know, you have Azarath on Team So Mid, who's just a clash, no, not a clash, but a shield player in general. And Clash is the only shield operator on defense. So,
Yeah, have to agree there.
it will be interesting to see just how Team So Mid are going to adapt for the defense. You know, they've been doing relatively well adapting to defense without the clash. We usually see Azarath on the Capcan or the Thunderbird, so
Defenders, protect your bombs
not too big of a concern, but also something to look for. We are seeing a third floor setup right now for MeeveFever for their first defense round. Looking relatively default. We do see a Cav, though, coming out from their sub. Unfortunately, Sprout, one of their players, could not make the game. So, Cool Cam 1003 is subbing in. And they are playing Cav. Not something you really see on third floor, to say the least, since everyone just attacks on third floor. Not really that much opportunities to come up and actually get an interrogation. But definitely something to look for in this round. We are seeing a full north side push, probably going to rappel up to the roof and start playing to clear out red. Oh, the Swampy coming out and Yellow tagging up a Meeve to very, very low HP, and that's something you really want to see, especially without a healer on your team. We are seeing them all rappel up to the roof here. Alibi still roaming somewhere on second or first floor, and we are seeing the whole team just going on the roof, trying to drone out, gain some intel on their players, clear out the hatches, try and gain control of Piano, presumably. Yeah, there we go, getting the breach on red wall already. Monty dropping down a red, trying to clear out, making sure that there's no flankers really threatening their team at the current moment. They don't have a Nomad, so it will be kind of difficult having a player to be on that drone or just watching that angle the whole round. We do see Meeve rotating down, going back around Brown. Biggie getting downed by the Twitch, and finished off by Yellow here. We do see Meeve pushing up from bottom Brown. He sees one, getting a pick off on the CK roof. He was pushed up, blowing the hatch, also getting a pick off on Yellow. Very huge plays here from Meeve, especially on very low HP. Cool Cam taking a ton of shots from the ace off screen. Monty's trying to push through, gain control of Piano, trying to get just the general map control for their team in the 3v4 situation. This is actually very winnable for the attackers here. Two of the defenders are incredibly low HP. Maybe I think there might be a problem with the game audio reading stream chat, but not sure. Goman getting a pick off on Meeve here, causing a 3v3, almost a 3v2 with the low HP. Joe rotating up towards white, trying to support their Cav and mute player, getting picked off from Hong. 2v2 now. Samwise playing a new Valk. Azarath going for the plant behind bar. Impact coming out, trying to do some damage on them. Samwise, unaware of the flanker, gets the pick off though on Hong in the 2v1 post plant situation now. Cool Cam left with just only their pistol. And Ace missing some of the shots, Mozzie taking a fight against that, and Samwise is able to shoot the sprinting Cav in his face. No, it's something that we've seen constantly throughout the whole entire season, where teams are up 4v2. I mean, albeit they did have low HP on two of their defenders, the Alibi and the Caviera, but it's you just see picks just come out when they honestly shouldn't really be picked off, especially on those low HP characters. You know, you should be more playing sat back, you know, holding angles, making sure that they're not really flanking, and just supporting your full HP players and try and give them as much potential as they can. But we are seeing a little bit of aggression coming out from the defenders. And Team Somid is now up by 1 on attack. So we are seeing defenders come back yet again for third floor. And we are seeing the Valk and the Mozzie, as well as the Capcan, come out for the defenders here. And pretty much the same exact setup for the attackers, except they have switched the floors for Sledge instead. Typical, pretty default setup here coming out for the defenders.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Meeve seems like they were going to go on their own, but decides to play against it. Valve and the Mozzie actually roaming together downstairs. That's something I personally like to see, seeing the roamers actually support each other, because usually they get left just by themselves, which unfortunately we're seeing right now. Mozzie just sitting downstairs in small bakery, and the whole attacking team is now rappelling up on the north side of the building, up onto the roof. Pledge getting those hatches for their team so they can already start clearing out red, as well as getting the red wall, which is happening off screen currently. Mozzie getting prepared to drop, could potentially get shot here if he's looking the wrong direction, but Biggie Mans falls off from the angle, not really wanting to deal with that Monty dropping. 2 minutes left on the clock here. Pretty good time for the attackers right now, especially with the map control they have right now, but we don't really want to see them just start sitting back and not really taking more space. We're seeing 3 players actually playing downstairs on the second floor. Mute, Alibi, and Mozzie. So Alibi is actually going to start rotating up to support their team on the third floor or site. Think of playing downstairs, making sure that nobody's really coming around for the nitros or flanks. And unfortunately misses some shots on the Mozzie here, taking a little gunfight. And he's deciding that he kind of wants to back up, and wow, he gets wallbanged from Joe. Huge kill from the Mozzie here, also getting another pick off vertical. Biggie getting a kill as well. Azarath getting finished. And now we're left in a 1v4 right now. Sam was getting down, and it seems like Cool King is going to get the final kill here. And they just started falling like flies, Techno. I can't believe it.
It was a steep reversal of what we saw round 1. The defenders had a much more successful downstairs roam with C4s coming out beneath and landing those C4 kills very successfully. It was a good defense from MeeveFever. It's what they wanted the first round, I'm sure, but never too late to start winning.
Very true. Never too late to start putting some numbers on the board. We are gonna most likely see a basement defense here for yet again for the defenders here. I would say pretty default operator lineup as well as setup currently. You know, we're seeing the Thunderbird instead of the Thorn coming out, and a Legion as well.
With Decade, they're going to have to make a choice here. They can only reinforce 2 out of the 3 sets of walls that are typically, or not reinforce, but electrify 2 out of the 3 sets of walls that they have. It looks like they're going to opt for the bakery wall and the freezer wall. Not going to throw that Cade in a way that could catch the hatch above freezer, unfortunately. You might not know that spot, but that'll leave the attackers with some options here to open up the red wall into kitchen and as well open the freezer hatch and maybe even get freezer open once they take out that cage ball from above.
Very true. Biggie Man's trying to shoot up some feet holes in Bakery since it seems like they were not set up from any of their teammates. Probably Alibi may not be running the shotgun pistol. Back playing a little bit aggressively in Bakery here. CK Rookie taking some poke damage. And Cool Cam playing a little bit aggressive here on the Bakery, just continues swinging. Just staring the Mozzie in his face, letting him know who's boss right now. Holding the map. Drones coming through the map right now. It seems like they're just going for a vertical kind of take. Azarath taking some damage from the Valk here, but Valk may fall victim to Samwise as well. Or the Finka actually pushing up here, trying to get an angle on them. Azarath on 1 HP. Finka using her boost to get them up. It seems like Valk was able to actually run away somehow.
Bomb has been located.
Meeve rotating upstairs, trying to play some vertical or maybe flank down red here. Twitch trying to get the Cade Claws off so they can try and get the breach as well.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Unfortunately, gets blown up from a Nitro. Nitro picking off Azarath, and CK Rookie was also down. Biggie Man's finishing off the kill here. Hong playing an aggressive angle on red. Not sure if he knows if there's someone inside of Small Bakery right now, and it seems like he doesn't know. He's just, oh, that could have been very close there. Yellow just sitting in the left side of Small Bakery right now. Could get this Legion here. Nice little kill off on Legion. He's down right now, trying to take the long fight on with the Alibi right now. Doesn't, never mind. He does get the down player actually. Samwise playing a little bit aggressively here, getting some damage off. Cool Cam getting picked off from Yellow. Biggie playing the long angle from Kitchen right now into the Bakery breach. Might be able to get a small pick here, but unfortunately gets down and finished off by Yellow. Yellow playing very well this round. Thermite running into sight, getting that diffuser down while his two teammates are supporting him. Joe left in the 1v3 situation with Plant going down. 42 seconds left to get all 3 picks or just somehow defuse the diffuser. Disable the diffuser actually. Samwise with very low HP as well. Finka doesn't have any more boosts though. Joe trying to take some fights here. Trading some shots with the player inside of Bakery as well as the player sitting way outside of Bakery here. Finka taking him down to very low HP and able to secure that kill. Attackers within yet another round. You know, just picks coming out from the attackers here. You know, not just kind of just swinging. You know, we saw Legion swinging to Small Bakery without really quick peeking or face checking or without really having any intel from his teammates, which unfortunately caused his downfall. And Alibi wasn't able to secure the refrag there, so instantly the advantage for the attackers was very strong in that round. But we are going to see yet again another first floor Bakery and Kitchen hold here, but we are going to see the mute come out as well. So they will have a lot more information denial for the attackers as well as wall denial for the defenders. We're also going to be seeing the Aruni come out to make sure that, you know, just force out some util, prevent them from just walking into the doorways and just making sure that if someone does want to push through there, they get the audio cue and they're able to make sure that that angle is just held off. And they can rotate inside of Bakery into Small Bakery, getting the whatever that's called, the barricade off on the door. Pretty default setup here coming out from the defenders with this operator lineup. Yellow on the Amaru, so trying to take a ton of space very fast into the round with a very low intel. We see Meeve actually running up to the 3rd floor without a care in the world. Maybe this gunfight between Aruni and Amaru would be very interesting. We're seeing Meeve trying to go for a spawn peek, but unfortunately the punch does destroy the whole entire barricade. It's very difficult to do that inconspicuously. We see Yellow playing on top of Skylight right now, not really taking a ton of space, just sitting up there, probably droning through. But we do see the attackers already having Bakery control 1 minute into the round, with Mute playing somewhat aggressively into Prep Room. We do see Yellow just clearing out third floor very slowly. Kind of want to see him already on second floor, maybe already close to first floor red stairs, but we do see the Wamai playing a very passive angle inside of library. Excuse me. We do see Twitch sitting outside of main door, trying to hold off, and we see Sikiruki actually getting picked off from Meeve off screen. And, you know, it's been a minute and 30, and Yell gets picked off from Joe playing vertical. It's something you don't really want to see. Joe might be able to get an angle off on this Mozzie, but Sam might take some damage off screen as well. And he might fall victim to this player swinging, but Goman does get down by Meeve and finished off. Monty not in a very good situation right now, split off from his team. Samwa is going to pick off on Cool Cam in main. Could play up and get some picks, but the defenders aren't really focused on it, but unfortunately gets shot through the floor holes, the feet holes, by Meeve, and now it's just the Monty left in a 1v4 situation with 57 HP or so. Nitro coming out, and Mozzie going for the melee, and unfortunately he gets a ton of damage, Mute crawling through. And we're gonna see the Mozzie getting killed out from Small Bakery here. That was a very interesting gunfight, to say the least. You see a Hong prone crawling through the fields. Unfortunately falling victim to the Monty, but this
What
is...
can you do? That Monty at the end of the rounds really makes the round take a lot longer to finish than, you know, usually any other person would in like a 1vx situation.
Yeah. So we will be able to see the defenders come back to, the third floor here, as they have done 2 maps and 2 rounds, and unfortunately lost those 2 rounds on first floor bakery and kitchen. So we will be seeing a bandit actually come out for the defenders here, and the same exact lineup except for a Nook instead of a Finka, as we've seen these past few rounds. We are split 2-2 right now for the first 4 rounds of the map.
10 seconds left.
You know, honestly, it's going as I expected. Pretty even fight here coming out from the number 5 and 6 teams. Didn't really expect, unless someone were to just completely just pop off and just go crazy today. Didn't really see a 4-0 lead or anything, or just a complete sweep from one team or the other. Expecting pretty much an equal game here, which we're actually seeing right now. Pretty default take as well as hold coming out here from the attackers. I'm kind of interested to see how this Nook plays out from bottom main right now. Could potentially find off a pick on top of New Balk, or potentially somewhere else if they're lucky. Malusi playing inside of piano right now at a pretty aggressive angle. If someone were to just drop New Hatch, they could just zone them out, especially with the breach, but Yell getting a pick off on Cool Cam and exchanging half of his HP for it. Cool Cam not really expecting that, especially with the Nook's ability of being invisible to cameras when they're not sprinting or shooting. Could see a potential gunfight here from the Jaeger and the Nook, but they're both playing very passive, but Nook actually taking the swing and gets the kill off from the Jaeger. Very, very low HP, however. But we are seeing the attackers in a 3v5 situation now. Something you don't really want to see on a third floor defense, to say the least. Hong taking a sliver of damage from that nade. Could have been a little bit cooked better to have gotten that kill off. But a nade coming out yet again. Unfortunately, is able to run, but unfortunately the wrong direction, getting killed off. Goman getting a pick on Hong and Meeve, and Biggie getting the refrags on Yellow and Goman as well. Left in the 3v2 situation now, which we saw with a 5v3 situation. So attackers could potentially lose this round. Twitch getting killed from Meeve here. Huge play with Meeve and Azaraz getting the diffuser down right now. Biggie takes the gunfight on Samwise and unfortunately loses that gunfight. Meeve left in the 1v2 situation, but is falling victim to the ace as their other teammate did as well. And, you know, I'm seeing a lot of Team So Mid being in the advantage in a ton of these rounds, and they're making a very close round, potentially even losable. You know, we saw a 5v3 situation. Hong was picked off, unfortunately, but you know, we did see Meeve and Biggie both get kills without any refrags, forcing it into a 3v2 situation, which turned into a 2v2 situation. You know, it should just be like the second someone dies, there should be a refrag, but unfortunately, they're either not really communicating or unfortunately aren't coordinated, even though it is going into week 3. But it's something that I kind of want to see teams get better at throughout the season, which we haven't really been seeing teams adapt like that, except for, I would say, Swinger Peak. Swinger Peak, I would say, are very good at adapting mid-round and mid-game, and are able to, just because they just play so close together, they're just able to get those refrags, which is why they're such a strong team in this season, I would say. But we are seeing round 6 coming out on Cafe. 3-2 lead for Team So Mid. Very close again. Let's see if we can see Meeve tie up the game for the 3rd time this map. We are seeing a yet again default hold for 3rd floor. Let's see if Coolcam can not fall victim to an early pickoff in this round. We see Yellow playing the Nomad instead of the Finka or the Nook or Amaru. Samwise picking up that Finka roll for him, and we see a run out from Joe getting a pick off on Azrath, which is a very huge pick. Floor is not going for the diffuser, but instead Yellow is, and you know, that's something you don't really want to see. Your Monty player getting picked off very early in the round to a run out when you have a Nomad. Kind of question mark plays, or someone to at least hold that doorway, but something very unfortunate. We see the hatch already getting broken down. The red wall probably going to get grabbed very soon once the mute jammer is taken off the wall. Fortunately, someone could rappel on the windows and just shoot that off, but we do see Meeve playing inside of piano, and we are seeing a player rappel on white window off screen here, which is a very powerful angle to just hold as an attacker. Really cuts off the whole entire defenders from rotating from piano or bathroom and force them into freezer, which is not the best spot you want to be in. We are seeing 3 flashes coming out, and Yellow getting shot somewhere off the map. Oh, he just dropped Skylight. He's playing his gunfights here, getting a pick off, but unfortunately getting refragged, and Meeve getting kill off on Goman as well. Samwise in the 1v4 situation, unfortunately, getting a kill on Meeve, tagging up and actually getting a kill off on Coolcam as well. Now left in the 1v2 situation. This could be so winnable for the attackers right now. Joe playing downstairs with Valchems could be very crucial for the Nitro coming out from below. If Sam is able to recognize that there's a player below playing the Nitro, he could just try and play off, but unfortunately, could very close to that Nitro coming off. Fortunately, he's able to move, but Biggie getting the kill off on Samwise, unfortunately. Yet again, another close round that could have been won. Now they just swung and swung, left in a 1v2 with Finka with 2 boosts left. You know, it's very, very winnable for the attackers there, especially with the player playing downstairs.
Yeah, the Monty death early was just super unfortunate for Team So Mid. If you bring in a Nomad, it's not that expensive really to drop one on that main door right there, which is, you know, I wouldn't call it a super common run up, but it's not unseen or unheard of. And as Joe likes to do, he ran out in a very
attackers need to locate and defuse
very compromising position for Team So Mid. There goes the Monty, there goes the round.
Indeed.
But now we see the offensive defensive swap. First defensive round for Team So Mid after a 3-3 attacking half. Curious to me that Team So Mid decided to ban Mira on defense, considering she's currently suspended from the gameplay.
Oh yeah, that's true. I kind of forgot about that. I will actually send them a message in their respective chats just so they know, so they don't have to ban it.
That'd be good.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Looks like we just saw a spawn peek from bottom white from Azura, although he did not pull it off. No damage taken, but no damage dealt.
True.
Not
We
as
are
coordinative
seeing-
of a push here.
Yeah.
From MeeveFever, as we saw from Team Summit, who like to pile up their entire team behind their Montane. We will see an Osa, and a C4 from Samwise onto Biggie Man's the ace. That's the ace down. That's the hard breach down. Not a good start for MeeveFever. Gotta wonder what Biggie Man's was doing, dropping so early. Or was maybe that was through the hatch. Did not catch it. Oh yeah, it was through the hatch. Just on roof. Oh, but Joe will find a kill from the Osa's shield. What are you doing, CKRookie.pu? You can't run out in front of an Osa shield like that. C4 out. We'll take out the shield. Joe's too quick to get hit by it though. He'll throw up another shield. His last one, and we'll keep holding this angle on the cocktail and bathroom rotate. Or freezer rotate. And I think this is actually a really good shield placement. He's vulnerable to getting run out on, but so long as no one does run out on him, he's got a really strong position here, cutting off rotates in between sight. And we'll see Meeve working on the Lion downstairs, maybe clearing out his roamers, playing beneath with other C4s, but it doesn't seem to be like there are any. But we do have a first floor roamer. It does look like. Coming up to second floor now, the Valkyrie of Yellow. He's going to opt to go for possibly a jump out here onto Joe on the Osa shield here. This could be a big play for them if he pulls it off. Oh, but Azrath is putting in work right now. Takes out Meeve and Cool Cam. That's the Lion and the Twitch down. Leaving it up to Joe and Hong. Now Joe will find his kill into Azrath, but we might see a jump out here from Yellow. As the Osa's still on Repel. He's getting that intel. He's looking at the window. He wants to do it, but will he? He's going to do it. He'll get the kill as Joe trades out Goman, but the C4 waiting beneath the window. Yellow was red, and now it's a 1v1 with Hong and Samwise. Samwise in Cigar. Hong with his back turned right now. Not even aware. Samwise will get the kill easily. All of that in vain. Unlucky for the teams, for the MeeveFever, but good for Team So mid.
You know, I'm not too sure about the jump out on white window. You know, you're always most likely 99% of the time going to fall victim to a claymore right outside, because, you know, attackers are always going to be wary of the runouts. So, you know, I don't know if trading that one-on-one life was worth it for the defenders, but seems like it did eventually pay off. They were able to secure the round, and yeah, Team So mid leading 4-3 in the series.
Overall, I felt that it was a good jump out from John, but the claymores, you gotta be aware of the claymores these days. You get 2 claymores now if you bring them in. Well, John wasn't prepared for that.
True. We're seeing the basement come out from the defenders here.
You gotta stop calling it. You gotta stop calling it basement. This is kitchen. This is
sorry. First floor.
As you can see, structurally, this does not permeate the ground or the foundation.
Very true.
As
Indeed,
in
it is
Russia, where Cafe Dostoyevsky is located, obviously the permafrost is too thick to dig into.
As I said, Azrath was on the Thunderbird last round and was able to secure 2 kills off from the attackers, which was very influential in the round. You know, it's something where, like, you know, everybody knows that they're a shield main, but when the shield operator is banned and they need to step up on a different operator, they're able to do so, which is something that you don't really see from shield operators. Usually, if someone's just maining one kind of play style or operator, you know, usually they just don't really know how to play other operators, but, you know,
really, how often do you even see a shield dedicated operator in competitive play? And I don't think it's really often. Meeve's just gonna be running into here, taking small bait. Not gonna find the head, just barely misses Samwise. Early trade, very good trade. That's MeeveFever's number 1 or number 2 player right now off the board in the first minute on a, I would say, statistically strong site to hold on defense. The attackers are getting stalled out here with these mute jammers. The Flores unable to clear the utility they need, but maybe an opportunity here for Coolcam with the head holes on the red wall of kitchen. He's gonna get a little anxious here, looking for maybe a kill. No one's gonna present their head to him though. Although the Jaeger might be swinging out of kitchen here. He does. Oh, and that's a trade for Coolcam. 2 players now looking toward the red stairs area. Yellow making his way there, as well as Samwise holding the long angle from restaurant. Both trying to find out anyone who would dare push out of small big. Which it appears the attackers want to do with the case no less. That's case down. Thermite off the board. Right outside of small big. That is not where you want the case to be down. Oh. Goman, no, Coolcam will find the case there. Very risky play there, but he does get it. Oh, but he's going to get traded out by John there. Immediately after picking up the case. This is a problem for MeeveFever, and it's going to cost him everything to get it. 1B for, and Goman finishes it off in prep with the SMG-11. Not the round MeeveFever is looking for. Certainly not the start to this second half of the game. Now it's 5-3. 1 round away from match point.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't too sure how MeeveFever were going to perform on the attacking side of this map. You know, we saw a little bit of uncoordination coming out when they were on defense, which is something you so detrimentally need on the attack for especially this map, I would say. And you know, it's kind of just unfortunate, you know, they're falling victim to different picks, and although the attackers are somewhat able to find some picks during the round, it's just not enough.
This is a tertiary site come out here from Team So Mid. The most popular tertiary site, breeding room and fireplace. Second floor. Now notice here, Rookie, we don't have a castle. It's usually something you see for holding the 3rd floor. Instead they'll opt to have a Thunderbird, an Alibi, and a Malusi here.
Yeah, and you know, you can just see how much the castle is expected because of the operator picks out for the attackers here. You know, we have the Gone 6 for the Finko. We have the Sledge as well as the Ash charges and breaching charges. Like they're fully expecting just the castle to come out and using their utility on that, as well as the vertical play. But you know, we're just not seeing it.
No, we are not. Joe gonna trade out some damage onto Azrath. He'll make that up immediately with his Kona stations as he is a Thunderbird. But a quick entry here from MeeveFever taking 1st floor. Joe looking to run up one of the staircases quickly here. Maybe catch TSM with their pants down as the majority of their players hold the 3rd floor right now. Only 1 player actually in sight.
Kind of concerned at how fast Joe is playing. It didn't really seem like he was getting droned in, but he was just sprinting in, rarely putting up his gun.
Looks like the entire team's doing that, Rookie. They found mining. They're going to be in fireplace any second now. With TSM still upstairs, are they going to be able to get a plant down without them knowing? That's a second pick for MeeveFever now. In a 5v3, they have almost all of 2nd floor control now. Now a 2v3. Samwise getting a very essential pick onto Coolcam. But MeeveFever still pressing their advantage. Oh, but Meeve will go down to Samwise. He's going to find his 2nd pick. He has a tactical advantage with the 3rd floor control overlooking where the case is down and the entrance to site. Very good play, but he's going to abandon that position. Oh, but Goman will find a kill and a reversal. It's going to be a 1v1 now with Biggie Mans on 2nd floor. Case down outside of reading room. Samwise making his way around 3rd floor looking for a nice easy angle onto Biggie Mans before he can get a plant off. Biggie Man's not able to pick up the diffuser. He wants it, but he's very nervous about where Samwise could be. He has no
Attackers will cover the
idea
bomb
where he could be
diffuser.
playing right now. Now it's all to Samwise to deny this plant and win his team the round, take them to match point. Samwise knows where he's at. Biggie Mans knows he's out there. He'll swing and he'll get the kill. An essential clutch out of Biggie Mans for MeeveFever. Now 5-4, 1 round game.
Wow. You know, the attackers, you know, they played fast, which was nice, but you know, it seemed like they just somewhat stalled out, maybe due to a lack of intel or a lack of really understanding their plan or what they were actually going to do.
Poor choice there with
Yeah,
the push into reading room. Now, if you're going to take from first floor when the majority of your enemy team's holding third floor on cafe, that's fine. But you can't do it into reading room because you just have no idea where they are on third floor. You didn't clear it at all. They have easy overlook from both Heaven and Nubauk onto the second floor entrance to reading room. You just have to push into restaurant, take control of Red 90, and you know, hopefully they don't have any vertical or anyone playing beneath since that's where you cleared from. And then you gotta hold. But you know, playing into reading room there gave Samwise 2 easy kills and the diffuser down. A big mistake from MeeveFever that almost cost them.
true. We are going to be seeing the Frost come out here for the defenders, and pretty much the same exact lineup that we saw for MeeveFever's first attack onto the third floor. We're seeing all 3 ADSs on whatever they're called, the pallets, top white, and Gelman just making rotates around on the third floor and making sure that his team is able to, you know, play the positions they want. Something smoke players are very well supposed to do. We are seeing the attackers just propel up. Claymore already going down on the white
And an air jab.
window.
Man, Ruki, I really hope that air jab would not interfere with that Claymore.
I mean, luckily, air jabs don't go off until they actually hit the ground. But Samwise taking a ton of damage, probably to... Actually, there's no nades. What did they take damage? Was it his
I
own
wonder if he
nitro?
owned his C4 onto the hatch potentially.
Yeah, I think that might have been it, because I heard a nitro blow and like a ton of their damage went down, so not really sure how that happened, but it was off screen. But we're seeing Samwise just playing on stage here, and attackers are... Oh, we could see a gunfight come out here from the Buck, and the Bandit getting an early pick, especially with the low HP, but Bandit is going to be falling back, as they do not want to be forced into a 4v5 situation.
Thief
Samwise just...
Yellow will miss, unfortunately. Not going to connect there. Now he's just left with flanking up Red, which he is going to maybe do, maybe not. We'll see how he plays this out. But for now, he's going to hold out on his angle, hoping someone tries to come and follow him. Cool Cam will find a big pick there. Onto Samwise opening round pick. Bandit down. And the player on Pixel cleared. Meave will find the Jaeger of CK Rookie, but Yellow's going to trade out on red stairs. He'll get 2 now. Meave and Biggie Man's down, and the K's down as well. Cool Cam can't connect, but he finally gets him. Yellow's down. A 2v3 situation for Team So Mid. The third player for Team So Mid, yes, is the Joe on the Osa shield still, holding that cross connector rotate. He'll get his shield punched out and invisibility removed. But Azrath, why are you swinging that in that way, man? Now it's all down to a 1v1 again. Joe versus Goman. He's going to get a couple hits with the wallbang, but he's stuck up by his shield. It's unclear if he really knows where he is. He's just kind of taking pre-fires. He's on camera for the defense right now with the bulletproof camera on the white stairs. Making his way into Goman's angle potentially. He still doesn't know where he is. He's going to get shot. Take a lot of damage. They're both 1 hit now. Oh no, not 1 hit with the wallbang, but Joe's still going to connect. Goman, what are you doing running out into the freezer right there? You're so exposed. And a much needed clutch from Joe. Looks like we are going to overtime, folks. Or not overtime, but we're going to 5-5.
I was
1 round away from match point.
Very interesting gunfight, to say the least.
Yes. Joe should not have won that. And it looks like we're going to have a disconnect here. We're going to get a pause off as quick as we can. Hold your horses, folks. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay.
Five
We had a player
attackers.
disconnect due to an internet outage, but he is back, and we are back to round 11 of Team So Mid versus MeeveFever. Smiles, take it away.
All right, seeing 5-5 right now. Very, very equal match coming out here. You know, we've seen just the back and forth. You know, just Team So Mid going up by 1, the MeeveFever just coming back with a round win, and unfortunately, I believe. Could you hold tab real
Bomb
quick?
located by attackers. 10
Yeah,
seconds to
we
go.
saw Team So Mid go up 5-3, and then MeeveFever was actually secure
5
those
seconds
last
left
2
before
rounds
insertion.
before the player unfortunately crashed. So
Look at how parallel performance we have. 13-13, 6-6-1 to 12-12, 7-5-2.
yeah, it's you. Sometimes you just see like one player just rise above all the other players, but you know it's a very, very equal matchup, I would say here. But we are going to see a first floor bakery hold here from the defenders, and Yell going for potentially a huge nitro here from the 3rd floor window, or even some sort of just a gunfight. Seeing him actually break the windows, which will give off that sound cue, and the nitro coming out here in a second, not really going to connect on anyone or do any HP damage to them, but you know, it's worth a shot. It's always worth a shot to try and just use that nitro early off in the round to try and secure a pick off into like their hard breach or flank watch or anything like that. But we are going to see a vertical take coming here from the attackers. One lion already going off, and they're going for just a regular prep here, and they're able to get the breach off on the side of the screen in bakery. Samwise getting droned out and being forced to fall back into closet, or coat check rather. And we're seeing Thermite grab the other side of the wall, so the whole entire wall will be actually grabbed. And we see the Echo playing incredibly aggressive, and CK Rookie actually team killing Azarath. Potentially Azarath could have won that fight, but unfortunately the TK just shuts that down. CK Rookie also getting down from the perfectly thrown nade here. Could see them being picked up, but unfortunately they don't have a Thunderbird or anything to heal up their teammates. Seeing the pickup come up right now from one of the teammates off screen, and Joe getting picked on yellow, which is actually the refrag off on Biggie Man's 3v or 2v3 rather right now, since unfortunately Yell wasn't able to pick up his teammate. So we are seeing CK Rookie, the Rook, and DBNO currently down but not out in the 2v3 situation for the defenders. Seeing Joe just aggressively swinging around the current open breach, just securing that kill on the Rook there. We see the Mute playing aggressively on the tight left corner. Might be able to get a kill off on this Nomad, but unfortunately the kills just come out for the attackers, and they're able to advance onto match point. You know, first time I believe we see MeeveFever actually up in the map.
Yeah, strong attack from MeeveFever there. Coordinated. They were quick to enter. They got the wall open quickly. They found their kills through the breach and on the flanks, and they didn't even need to execute at the end of the day. They just got their kills from Team So Mid feeling the need to swing them, and to their detriment, MeeveFever picks up the round against Team So Mid, moving them to match point.
Very true. You know, I'm kind of hoping that, you know, it goes on to just OT. I think it would be very interesting to see how these teams play in high adrenaline situations in just overtime. You know, it's been such a close map. I honestly don't even like doubt the fact that they could potentially go into overtime, and it's just something that, you know, it'll be nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Two teams that are so equally matched, it wouldn't feel right for one of them to get such a, you know, a regulation win over the other.
True. You know, we've seen Azarath with a very inspiring, well, not I would say inspiring, but getting very good kills when needed. You know, I believe all 6 or maybe 5 of their kills so far have been on Thunderbird, because they were on Monty nonetheless. But you know, it's something that is good to see. You know, just them being able to secure kills when they're needed, and they're actually impactful frags and not just frags that are useless. But we are seeing the air jab and the claymore come out yet again for the attackers. Don't think that they know that air jabs don't go off until they hit the ground, actually. So could just somewhat be a waste of the air jab, but could also allow an easier refrag for when that player drops. If
Hopefully they hit the claymore out, right?
Yeah. But actually, yeah, I think the claymore might actually just destroy the air jab depending on how close it is. But we do see the run out and the air
jab does stop the claymore from being activated.
Yeah. Wow.
How unfortunate.
I was incorrect. You just see Yellow just getting that kill off on the Repel player, which is something you don't want to see. Yeah, the 14-7 player on the top of MeeveFever's team just getting killed off without using any of their util or Osa shields on the windows. But Goman actually getting down. The smoke being down early off in the round is also something you don't want to see. But Azarath getting a refrag off on Hong here. The 4v4, Azarath luckily being able to get healed up by her own healing stations here. Now we're in the 4v3 situation for the defenders. Could very well... Oh, the one tap. My goodness. We'll look past that, Meeve. We'll look past that because of the one tap. But we are now left in the 3v3 situation. The walls are actually being broken on top red here. You know, 1 minute left on the clock. 3v3 situation. This could honestly go for either team here. MeeveFever could just win off the round, but you know, something of concern is the pixel shield. It's gonna be very hard to just push against that, but unfortunately there are no ADSs, I believe, set up there. So Don 6 is just gonna come out here and the shield's going to be cleared out, them rotating, the Thorn rotating into bathroom, trying to hold those head heights and take some pot shots into the piano side, and Alibi holding a cheeky angle here might be able to actually get a kill here if they swing, but he just doesn't shoot for a few seconds. But Buck just continuously walking into the bullet spray, which is also kind of confusing, but we do see one Thorn coming out. Biggie with a nice pick off on the Thunderbird here, left in the 2v2. Cool Cam, if he gets into Freezer, he could potentially get healed up by the healing stations. Samwise with a nice pick on Buck here. Could be forcing the overtime here. Ace might be able to get the 1v2 situation with 5 seconds left on the clock. He's running around. Unfortunately, he's not able to secure the kill onto that Thorn, but was kind of unwinnable at that point. Samwise being able to force their team to go into overtime. It's overtime, man. It was something that
this is what we wanted, man.
Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted, to see these two teams just go off into overtime and just see how they perform in these high, just crucial moments.
16, 15, 8-6, 14, 13, 8-6. John pointing out, very importantly, that air jab, just like we talked about, was to the detriment of MeeveFever. The Claymore would have been plenty, but unfortunately they allowed John to get away with his life in that round. And, well, I think if they hadn't, they probably would have got the 7-5 win there. But now they've lost at least 1 point. Maybe they'll lose another should they fall in overtime.
Kind of interesting that Yellow pointed out that air jab misplay, especially when they're starting on defense, because now he won't be so lucky. If he didn't point that out, maybe the same thing would have happened and he would have been able to secure the same exact kill that he got earlier in the round. But
actually, I would have hoped they would have recognized it, but you bring up a good point. Don't reveal the strats that are making your enemy lose until the game's over.
Exactly. We're going for a spawn peek here, which they're somewhat able to do so because if they do get tagged up, they can just use their healing stations. But Yellow actually rotating down to replace the Thunderbird's location. Now I really know how I feel about that. Now he's just getting wall banged and just gets killed from the player.
I think he was actually spotted out because Meeve was in there so quick.
Yeah.
Not a good play from John there. Too confident, too early.
Very, very much so. You know, when you see your Thunderbird start rotating out, you know, it's usually you just don't go back into the same spot. The teams are just going to be wary of not really the Alibi pushing down there, but just the Thunderbird still lurking down there. So it's it's definitely a questionable play, but we do
They'll
still
do
see
the
air
Claymore
come on.
again. He'll move it slightly, but I'm questioning that, Rookie. Why?
Yeah, I
What's the
don't
point?
know. I don't know, man. They
Oh, and
oh,
a free kill for Joe. Oh, come
my
on,
God.
Park. You gotta move.
That's on stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing Joe just droning out here. Is able to call out that cocktail is currently clear for his team. So honestly, if he just repels in, if he notices that the smoke player is playing close, yeah, he does. So he just doesn't. He isn't going to
He
repel in
might be able
now.
to. Nope.
Yeah, that could have been a potential very harmful angle for the defenders here. We are seeing the yellow ping come out to potentially try and get a nice little wallbang kill based off of intel. But we are seeing both players play around top white side to pixel. Lion coming out here with a 5v3. Not really something you want to see as the defenders. We hear the Gon 6 go off somewhere, but the Nitro could potentially be huge. But unfortunately, they are able to react fast enough, and the OC shield coming right back up as it should, holding that very crucial angle. You know, honestly, if Joe just holds that angle, they could just go for some sort of like a bar side take and just get the diffuser down.
Absolutely.
You know,
Samwise cannot rotate here.
Obviously, coming out.
Azrath will find the shield, forcing Joe to relocate. Oh, but he'll still play the angle, which I think he should. They have a good cross against site. They just need to get in the C-bar and put a plant down. Joe's going to take site now. He's tired of waiting for his team to make moves. He wants this more than anybody. They'll find Samwise. He has control of Cocktail. Hong will find out the Freezer Goman. Now it's all up to Azarath in white, pushing into Pixel. Now he's in Cigar. He can see the planter, but he doesn't actually notice him. He's going to come up for the flank in Cigar. He'll not find anybody. Joe quick to read the situation and to cut him off. That is the map or overtime round 1 advantage to MeeveFever 7-6.
True. You know, it's definitely, I would honestly say that yellow threw that round for them, because for yellow to push downstairs and to get picked off from that lion early off in the round, those are 2 impacts that could be used to get off the OSA shields, and since they didn't have those, they just had to use the nitros, which could have been used later off in the round.
Absolutely. I have to agree. John, you know, Azeroth was already spotted out. They knew Azeroth was spawn peeking there. Why run down and put yourself in the exact same position? And he already got wallbanged once and still decided to pull it out. And you know, in the end, Meev was quick. He got in, he found him, and that was it. 5v4 for 30 seconds.
True. Not really expecting to see players play so aggressively, especially in overtime, but saw it come out nonetheless from yellow.
See this pressure to, you know, people feel like they need to make a play. And, you know, sometimes that tendency, if you don't keep it in check, will end up costing you really when, you know, if you just played passive, calmly, collected, you might have found the win.
True. 5 seconds left. Are my eyes deceiving me? Did I just see? Oh, that was a mutual. I don't know why I thought that a bulletproof cam. I thought it was a bulletproof cam going on the ground, and then I was very confused for a second. But we are seeing Meev actually lurking downstairs inside of VIP, which could be very crucial, especially for the 3rd floor here. We are seeing a west side push here. Monty already pushing inside of Bakery, clearing out, but nobody's following through. Yellow and Sledge actually exchanging some looks at each other. Yellow falling through, actually pushing through Bakery instead, and going through Kitchen, trying to clear out, making sure that nobody's playing there, and could potentially find this pick off on Pulse if they're not expecting it. So this is the other player roaming around VIP side. Valk should ideally take the gunfight first, since Pulse is such a strong operator later in the round. We already see 1 minute off the clock in yellow. Not really
incredible.
Just
both,
you know,
players refusing to move at the very crucial moment where they would find each other in a 1v1. Meev is gonna, you know, I think intelligently fall off as the Monty makes his way towards it, but if he'd found yellow there, that probably would have been, you know, 8-6 for MeeveFever.
Very true. We're seeing some floors drones go off screen, and it's pretty equal still. 5v5 with half the round gone so far. The attackers were successfully able to force the Pulse from playing downstairs, which is something that they wouldn't really have to worry about later in the round. But Yellow getting a kill off on Honk here, forcing the 5v4, almost getting the refrag, and Meeve actually being able to secure that refrag and just falling off here. And a very smart play right now. Valk actually replacing their spot inside of Library. Monty taking some shots and trying to fall back and find support from his team, which unfortunately there is not a sight of any of his teammates. Valk going for some sort of a wall being Azra taking some shots from the Pulse playing downstairs in red. Something didn't really expect. Ace just playing here on Nubalk, and Monty already pushing inside of Bar, maybe going for some sort of plan.
Oh
Just
no.
pulling out. Oh no, it's very unfortunate.
Definitely a misinput there. Pulls up the
Very
leverage
much
charge
so.
as he gets swung.
Left into the 4v3 for MeeveFever on match point. 33 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if they can actually pull out the map win here at 8-6. Seeing some shots come out from the Pulse, playing vertical right now. Ace trying to take some space inside of Piano. Pulse's scan could be very crucial here. Gomi getting picked off from Cool Cam, left in the 4v2 right now. It's a 4v1 situation. Samwise can clutch up and force the last round in overtime. Unfortunately, he is not able to do so and is picked off. It was...
Gentlemen, map 1 goes to MeeveFever. 8-6 overtime win. As it says, hard-fought victory for MeeveFever there. Wow, Rookie.
That was definitely a game to watch. You know, I'm not sure what the schedule is like later on in the season, but I definitely love to see how these two teams play later in the season and just see how they've improved their own gameplay.
Absolutely. Moving on to map 2, I believe we will be playing on Oregon with a reversal of the attacking defense start. All right, we'll be jumping right into it, folks. No time to spare. They want to go right now. We will set up the lobby and we will be in it.
Are we?
It's
All right.
all right, folks. Here we go. Map 2 of MeeveFever versus TSM. MeeveFever victorious on Cafe with a 8-6 overtime win, clutching it out on both of their overtime rounds. Now we'll see them go to Oregon. Rookie, who do you think's going to win this one? Oh, Rookie. Well, it seems that Rookie will be joining us to cast in a little bit. He might have had to take a break of his own. For now, we'll talk about the bans. Thatcher, kind of a default ban, followed up by another default Jackal. No surprises there. Now, both teams have been reminded that Mira is auto-banned. Hopefully they remember right now. Yep, the Clash coming out from MeeveFever again. They just do not want to deal with Azarath on the Clash defensive plays. Too strong, not fun, no Clash. And then now we'll see a Cade come out from TSM. Looking like a strong... well, actually, I should say that, both teams are going into this game pretty neutral. An overtime win is a win, but nonetheless, both teams still have to put up a fight if they're going to want to take any rounds from the other. CK
Indeed.
Rookie appears to be unmuted now. Welcome back to the stream.
I am not affiliated with CK Rookie on
Or
Team So Mid.
Slouse, sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
that is Swouse. All good, all good.
We might have
And
to
also,
enforce a name change from CK Rookie
yeah,
of the.
that might be a little bit question mark,
Defenders,
but
protect your bombs from being
in
defused
case
by attackers.
I'm not sure if Techno actually mentioned this, but for any new viewers wondering why Mira was potentially not banned, it is because currently Mira is banned from competitive play from the developers due to some sort of glitch, I believe.
Yes, there is a big bug with the mirror windows allowing explosive damage to go through the closed mirror, both directions.
Yeah, like what? Like even before
Say
it
you
gets
put a
punched?
C4 on a mirror window on the glass, and you blow it up. If someone's on the other side, they die.
10 seconds remaining.
Whether the mirror
Wow.
is not punched or punched.
Wow, that is very interesting. But we are seeing the second floor come out here from the defenders. Pretty typical operator lineup, I would say. The pulse coming out from Azarath, something we haven't really seen so far. So definitely kind of excited to see how that turns out. You know, we see Yellow actually playing inside. Oh,
Double spawn
Azarath getting a nice spawn peek here off on me. That's their line already off the board within 20 seconds of the first round. You know, I would be kind of concerned right now if I was Team So Mid. Maybe they're playing a little bit too fast or not really looking at the intel, but Azarath actually finding a player right now in small, or outside of small tower rather. Actually pushing up, maybe could go for a run out if Finka's not expecting it, but CK Rookie getting a pick off on Hong right now. Finka playing aggressively on the big window, not really able to find an angle off on the Mute, but potentially if Mute doesn't expect it, he could just walk into the sight lines. But Finka might also fall victim to the Pulse, who might be able to run out or jump out. Ace is taking some shots from Loose, taking some shots. Fortunately, loses that gunfight. Yellow taking some HP, but able to win that gunfight, leaving it in a 2v5. Cool Cam actually getting a pick off on CK Aruki, forcing the 2v4 right now. You know, I want to see these attackers just play together and try and, you know, just make sure that they're not split off and force 1v1s or 2v1s or etc. We're seeing some shots. Biggie Man's getting a pick off on Azarath. That's absolutely huge. You know, it's now a 2v3 situation. You know, it was pretty close to a 2v5 or 3v5, I believe, and now it's just a 2v3. Diffuser's down, so Coolcam is rotating to pick it up. Could grab Breach here. Excuse me. Fortunately, it is muted off, and Malusi's playing below, so they're going to use their impacts to get it off in a second here. Samwise getting killed off by Coolcam. Coolcam not really expecting the flank here from the Malusi. This could be... Oh, he notices the flank and gets the kill off in the 2v1. This could be a huge comeback for the MeeveFever. Biggie just pushing up white stairs right now, falling off, waiting to just drone, get that intel for the team, but they just get off of it for some reason. Actually, Biggie just rotating towards their other teammate, trying to just get the refrag potentially. This is such a winnable position right now for MeeveFever. Goman unfortunately getting the kill off on Hibana. That is incredibly unfortunate. Just Biggie was not really coordinating the fact that he was getting on his drones, so he wasn't able to get the refrag. But now we're left in the 1v1 situation. Finka still with none of their boosts, going for the nade, might be able to get some damage off, throwing it into Attic though. And they're really unsure of where the player is playing, getting hit by the Wub right now, the Malusi. And they're actually pushing through, pushing into kids, might be able to get this gunfight, but runs right past them. Doesn't look like they know where to plant, and unfortunately this might be the wrong spot, and yeah, it just saves the KD. It was...
So I think a throw there from Biggie Man. You could have held the cross easily from top of white, but he just didn't want it. And then Coolcam running into sight, or at least holding an angle onto sight that lets him get killed while Biggie Man's on his drone. Ugh, what are you guys doing?
It's something. It's just, you just see this so often in these matches, just the uncoordination and not really talking about what they're really doing at any specific time, what they're planning on doing. You know, just a slight call from Biggie Man's just saying, hey, I'm getting on my drone, sit back for a second, or anything like that. It just would have been such a different, like the round would have just played completely differently, and we could have just seen MeeveFever just taking the lead early on in this map.
Absolutely.
bomb located by the attackers.
Loading new magazine.
We are seeing the basement. Yes, I can finally say basement now. Coming out from the
Yes.
defenders here. Pretty default hold here. We are seeing the double heals on the side of Team So Mid. Seeing the dock. Pretty comfortable pick coming out from CK Rookie. They usually sit on the dock or the Jaeger. But it seems like Goman is taking up that Jaeger spot for them, and we are seeing Azarath on the Thunderbird like usual. Yellow going for a little bit of a peek off on drones to potentially nerf their drone in utility play, spotting out that mute jammer. Unfortunately, Hong is able, if he stuck close to the door, however, he would have been able to get past that mute jammer, but fortunately swung with his drone a little bit too wide. Joe getting the crucial air jabs down on top green, making sure that nobody flanks them, and now they're able to get a pinch off on Azarath. You know, I feel like in basement and bunker pushes, a very powerful push is just blue as well as tower stairs, and unfortunately Azarath falls victims to the holes that they were not so aware of, and they were just able to get picked off by the Maverick. We are seeing just drones coming out here. No real pillar control here. Goman kind of falling back due to the drone and kind of pushing up a little bit. Not sure if there's really head holes watching towards tower right now, but if there are, or if there aren't, it could be very easy for them to just take control of the north side of this basement. Yellow getting flashed out from the attackers right now, almost getting a shot off, and it seems like they're just pushing him, which is not aware of the Maverick, and the Maverick's not aware of him, and Yellow just getting huge 2 kills, and Goman also getting kill off on Meev, left in a 2v4 situation, just like last round for the attackers right now. You know, honestly, I'm still hopeful for the MeeveFever. You know, although basement is a very difficult site to push, it's definitely winnable. Nomad taking some shots here, switching to their secondary to try and get this smoke. Unfortunately, get shotgun down. Cool Cam left in the 1v4 with a double cross on this dock. Unfortunately, they're getting oh, huge kill from the Hibana right now. Left in a 1v2 situation now. It's the same, almost the same exact things we saw last round. They were just up by 2, and now they're only up by 1. 1v2, very winnable, especially if Cool Cam can find some of the healing stations out for the defenders. We are seeing the mute playing vertical on that hatch currently, with Goman playing downstairs, securing the site. Not really watching the diffuser though, but somewhat understandable, kind of playing a passive angle. But we are seeing, unfortunately, Goman getting the pre-fire off on Cool Cam, shutting down the clutch potential. You know, I'm not too sure what's happening on Team So Mid side, but it just seems like, you know, they're just taking a ton of ego battles and ego ones. Like, yeah, they had the cross between the dock and the smoke, but it was mistimed. You know, I'm pretty sure Yellow just wanted to get the kill for the final kill cam, and he didn't really tell his dock when he was going to swing, which caused him his own life as well as the dock's.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like MeeveFever gets themselves in a situation, you know, making good execute, get a good advantage, but then they press their advantage just a little too early. Maybe not clearing the smoke out was the biggest mistake that round. Yellow able to get 2 easy kills from the shield position as they just ran down elbow and didn't even look at him.
True. We are seeing the tertiary site come out for the defenders here, as they did win their first 2 rounds on defense. Kitchen meeting site we always see. Sometimes you see the kitchen and I believe, what is it? Kitchen and the other site. The other site. Let me just say that.
Meeting,
but
dining.
Yeah, dining. That's what I thought, but I was like, I'm not too sure, to be honest. But we are seeing just a typical 3rd floor hold coming out here, playing vertical, and drone coming through split, as well as the line and Hibana pushing on the southeast side of the map. and Echo being able to get that drone. Ace kind of playing a little bit passive outside of tower, but we do see Ash already inside freezer, pushing up the freezer stairs in a second, and Meeve also cleaning that out. Might be able to get a kill off on the security player, but holding the angle right now inside of dining hall. And they're just sitting Z, just trying to maybe get a kill off the drone holes, and Meeve does spot out that utility on the top, and Yellow getting a shotgun kill off on Cool Cam, and we don't see the castle barricade actually. So Echo actually taking an aggressive fight there and able to get that kill off on Meeve, something you don't really see from an Echo player nonetheless. But we are now left in a 3v5 situation. I'm still hopeful for MeeveFever because we've already seen how many kills that Team So Mid throws, and we already see Azarath in such low HP, the beeper coming out for the defenders right now, forcing Joe to just push upstairs and try and get this kill off. And Azarath falling victim to Joe, and Joe just rotating back towards white, but unfortunately gets refrag from Yellow, playing inside of Kids right now. A little bit of a swing coming out from Attic here. Might be able to get a kill off on this Attic player and get some tag and downs, unfortunately. That's Diffuser down in 1v4 situation left for the Finka. And they're unfortunately looking the incorrect way, and
Back to
Yellow
back.
with the easy swing.
4Ks from Yellow.
Very true. You know, definitely MeeveFever have to be talking right now in their comms, just in their voice chat, like, how are we going to kill Yellow? What are we going to do right now in our gameplay that is going to limit Yellow's carry potential and getting all of these kills?
Well, that would be the smart thing for them to do. And, well, when you have a guy going 8-2 and 3 rounds down, what do you do?
True.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We are going to see the first site coming out yet again. Second floor, Kids and Bunk. We're going to be seeing pretty typical lineup from the defenders here, but we're going to actually see the Ella come out instead of the Thunderbird, which it seems like the defenders sometimes run 2 healers and sometimes just no
10
healers,
seconds
so
left before insertion.
kind of interesting to see how they're rotating. Unfortunately, that ADS will get shot from the far right side or northwest side of the big window due to its placement. And we're just seeing pretty default setup here. MeeveFever going for some sort of a big window take here, as well as probably pushing up white stairs as well. MeeveFever just shooting open the big window, trying to add that just window being broken is a ton of pressure for the defenders. Excuse me. Goman actually playing a little bit aggressive here with the shotgun. Might be able to get shot with the angle. Fortunately, they're not going to take any damage from the big window player. And we are seeing Azarath and the Jaeger actually playing by white and top freezer stairs, and could potentially get a kill off on this IQ if they're not really aware of it. Jaeger playing a little bit aggressive, but also, yeah, he's just continuing to push up, spots the Claymore. If he gets baited by this Claymore, it could be a huge kill coming up from IQ. Unfortunately, Yellow gets to pick off. I hope he didn't forget about the Claymore, because if he did, that would be very unfortunate for the defenders. Fortunately, Yellow is able to just remove that possibility and shoots it for him. And we are seeing some shots coming out onto Hong here. Meeve swinging up and finds the kill. Huge, very nice shot off on that Malusi. Might be able to get the kill off on the Jaeger inside of Bunks as well, but just falls off, rotating towards Meeting to just hold the attic catch to make sure that nobody pushes up on their team when they're getting the hard breach off and just walking in. And we are seeing Jaeger with the late roam, as well as pushing up top white stairs here, just holding a long angle off on the kids' window, even though they're just playing on let's say other highway. Samwise, huge kill off on Meeve there, off screen, probably somewhere around downstairs Meeting or so. CK Rookie running out, I think, but unfortunately falls victim to Hong. think of just being able to boost and get that HP back. So nothing really lost from the attacker. Just Hong just repelling in. The defender's missing the shots. He gets baited by the Alibi clone. Fortunately, Goen's able to get the kill. But wow, huge wallbang here from the Maverick. Alibi just playing inside of Trophy right now against Ella. Unfortunately, Biggie Man's just gets the kill off on the Ella, just sprinting. This could just be the first round for MeeveFever coming out on their attacking side, shooting the Alibi clone yet again, which their teammate shot earlier in the round. And we're seeing Samwise getting a kill off on Hibana. 1v1 situation here on relatively low HP. Maverick could win this fight just off of HP, and nice little flick off there for the Maverick, securing their first attacking victory for MeeveFever.
Well done for MeeveFever. They accomplished their primary goal, which was to kill Yellow. They killed him first, and then they won the round. What do you know?
True. So, you know, I kind of expected this to be 2-2 right now, but we are seeing 3-1, albeit this is a defender-sided map. So we will see more rounds being potentially won for the defending side every single time they switch, which could potentially go into overtime like last map. You know, we saw MeeveFever bring them back to OT, and were able to just secure that win off in OT 8-6. And they might be able to do the same exact thing. Instead of winning those 2 rounds later off in the map, they're just going to win them early. So,
down, but not out.
True, they're DBNO. We are seeing the Rook come out here, as well as the Ella yet again. Not really sure if they found success, seeing that they're 1-4 currently with 4 assists. Not too sure if they're able to control the recoil, but let's just see how it goes. You know, we are going to be able to see 2 shields come out. Maybe they could have just played like Alibi or something, just getting those clones down, since the attackers fell victim to shooting those clones, giving off their own intel and location. But we're seeing a full northeast side push here from the attackers, yet again taking tower, and they don't have a nomad at the time. And unfortunately, wow, Ella, I was proven incorrectly. Joe actually getting a refrag off. Oh, actually, wait, it was a trade. Sorry, I didn't notice that. But Ella did prove me wrong. They were able to secure that kill off on the cap tower, which is very crucial for the tower push, especially with those smokes and fire bolts being able to force players out of their location. We see CK play aggressively on this blue door here. They might, yeah, Maverick just didn't expect that, especially with the drone coming out from Thermite. The Thermite might also fall victim, but CK is impatient and falls back. Most likely a good play since of Peeker's advantage. We see Hibana playing on the hatch upstairs right now. Excuse me. Pretty equal right now, 3v4 situation, and it's no longer equal, 2v4 situation for MeeveFever right now. Kind of excited to see how CoolCam is able to potentially find some picks that they've been able to do so early off in this map. But we do still see the Thermite up, so they will be able to get any kind of breach that they want. They still have both of them set up, and seems like they are rotating towards Freezer, and Rook is just running out. And CoolCam getting on his drone and mute, hearing that audio cue, but pushes a little bit too late and is falling victim, and is unfortunately killed by CoolCam. And CoolCam, oh, what a huge shot as well. CoolCam just going crazy on the aim currently. We see Hong also pushing up, getting a kill off on CK Iruki. Yellow left in the 1v2 situation with all 3 smokes left. Unfortunately, leaning the wrong way, giving off a little bit too much of their body. Yeah, that was, I honestly never lost hope in MeeveFever. We've seen continuously throughout these 2 maps, them being down in 2v4 situations, 1v3 situations, just any kind of clutch situation. And they just bring it back, make it an equal fight, and they're just able to get picks off, which we were able to see that round, and they just win. They just pull it out of their hats, and it's crazy, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool Cam going huge there.
Defenders, protect your bombs
Definitely
from being
with some
defused
big
by attackers.
picks at the end on the Habana. His aim, as you said, was just cracked out of his mind. No one saw it coming. Certainly I didn't, but you know, with Cool Cam, you got to expect that. Cool Cam has clutch potential.
He's cracked out the wazoo, man. He's got those flicks, those little micro adjustments and flicks, and just instantly on the head. Just can't even react. You see him for a second. Oh no, you're dead. You're walking in front the quick peek. Oh no, you're dead. Oh, you see some? Oh, you're dead.
10 seconds to go.
It's like, oh, you're swinging, trying to get the refrag. He has 3 bullets left. Oh yeah, well he only needs 1 bullet. 2 other bullets don't matter. They're just there for just the entertainment. We're seeing yet again a northeast side push here, and the defenders did actually go for the 2nd floor here, and we are going to be seeing Habana actually rotate around to try and get that main bedroom and games breach. And we're seeing the Lion actually playing more towards big window or bottom white window as well, and actually the Habana's rotating around there, so I'm kind of yeah, they're going to start rotating back as expected. And never mind, they're just going to run back over to big window, so I'm not really sure how the Habana's going to be played out here. Maybe trying to get a breach off on those in between the kids and the bunk window to try and force out any player. And Goman just pulling off an angle, and Malusi playing aggressively inside. And a TK coming out from Cool Cam. Very unfortunate, but he is able to get, I would say, a refrag in a way off on CK Ruki. So that's what they're potentially
CK Ruki a refrag.
And we see Cool Cam trying to take a little bit of a gunfight here with Ella, shooting the alibi clone, but Yell getting a kill off on the hard breach. Something you don't really want to see. I want to see if Cool Cam actually rotates around to try and support their team and potentially opening up some walls, especially since their ace is down. But Yellow playing inside and looking at his teammate and getting smoked. And actually, they do get the trade off. Left in the 2v3. Fortunately, Cool Cam is down, but I still have hope. You know, Biggie Man is also a very potential player, as well as Joe on the Nomad. We do see still 1 drone, or actually 1 drone for each player on the attacker. So if they were to play a little bit slower, trying to get that intel, they could go for some sort of a later push and potentially find out where those players are playing. We're seeing Joe rotate around to the attic window. He might jump in here, and I'm scared of a TK coming through here since they're just stacked up, but Yell getting a nice little pre-fire and is able to get the kill off. And Mav just getting that kill off on Yell as he walks in. It's just another show of just ego aggression. And Biggie just left in the 1v2, trying to get that pre-fire on that vaulted up player. The Nitro coming through, not blown, however. Biggie sees the spots the player on the shield, taking a little exchange gunfights, but Goman pulling out the shotgun. Point blank, blowing his face off, unfortunately. You know, that was first-hand example of just ego aggression. I understand it is a 3v1 situation for your team, but look at the team you're playing. Look at the way you've lost rounds. Look at the way that you've been playing and been getting picked off. It seems like I mean the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? Or insane. Or one of those 2 words. You know, he's just up in a 3v1 situation and he swings. Yeah, he does get some HP off, which is most likely why they also were able to secure the round. But, you know, he just pushes up and it still could have been completely winnable. But we are going to see switch over as halftime had occurred. MeeveFever now going on the defense side of this map. You know, honestly, if I'm MeeveFever, I would not be losing hope. I would be going like, yo, we got 2 rounds off on Oregon on attack. Like this is completely winnable. I would not have my hopes down at all. And just just continue playing as they have been playing in the last map, and I feel like they're going to find tons of success, to be honest.
Absolutely. Team Summit has done a good job to get themselves a 4-2 advantage, but, battle is not over yet. Certainly.
Very true. We are seeing regular default hold coming out from the defenders, as well as somewhat of a default take, as well as we've seen MeeveFever do in their attacking round as well. We're seeing the bandits come off on the attic wall here, which could be grabbed by either the Maverick or even someone playing downstairs, but not really necessary. But in Meeve actually getting a pick off on the Twitch, which is very crucial for getting those intel off. But as I was saying, it's not really helpful to force a player to go downstairs to try and get that. And while Goman expecting that impact or whatever to come out to prevent that, and Han getting down from Azarath securing that kill on the Monty, something we weren't really able to see earlier in Cafe, and we're left in the 4v4 for the defenders and attackers. Azarath already
You hate to see a glitched breach right here on game's wall. Oh, but Yellow will use it to his advantage. Find one. Biggie Mans will trade him out, though.
Nice.
Oh, it seems not glitched for Biggie Man, so he's going to walk right through it. Maybe it's just a spectator glitch for us.
Potentially, but if it's not that, I would be somewhat very upset at the game currently. Ubisoft moment. Left in the 2v2 situation now. Jaeger with, the pre-fire. Could have found a kill there.
Finding walls, but luckily it's unfortunate for him, it's a hard wall.
Oh, nice little gunfight, or I guess melee fight coming out for the China. Oh, yeah, I might have to check this guy's Moss files, man. He's just shooting everybody through walls.
For real, man. Joe does not stop. He's on a laptop. He's in Germany, but he is ready to win. He is not backing down. He wants the Summer League Championship. He's going to fight tooth and nail for it. Baja Blast with the, I want the address and name of whoever placed that shield so I can make sure they're never on my team. I think he's referring to a shield we saw the round prior. I did notice it, but I did not speak about it. I'll have to go back to the VOD and look at that one.
Need to locate and defuse as many
Yeah,
bombs.
Might have been a CK Rookie shield.
Hey.
Not a CK Rookie shield, but a CK Rookie shield.
Okay. Usually we do see that shield being placed inside of attic on that hard wall rather than outside of attic. But it's, I guess it's whatever, because they won the round because of it. So I guess if it worked, might as well just do it. I mean, usually things that are incorrectly played should be fixed on, because once you start playing against higher ranked teams, they will actually know how to play against that and capitalize on those mistakes you're making. But maybe MeeveFever just wasn't able to do that, so I don't know. But we are seeing the basement hold come out for the defenders here, and Team So Mid playing aggressively. We're not seeing really a tower presence right now. Yellow putting half of his bullets into the barrels in front of him. Cool Cam playing a little bit of aggressive angle here inside of Electric. Might be able to find a pick if the Monty is really not aware of his location. Hong might be able to use one of the smokes out here to gain some damage on the Monty, which looks like he's going to do so in a few seconds. Once he sees that Mozzie and hears that barbed wire, he's going to throw that. But fortunately, Monty is going to be aware of that and falls back before the smoke comes out. And we're seeing a little bit of a gunfight going on, and still no tower presence, which the Alibi is just going to be able to just play on there, which will be very difficult for the attacker to push through. And we see 1/4 round just coming out, might be able to force that one, but yeah, forcing up the flare inside of Electric, very good plays. So they're able to just push in with that, trying to force that smoke flare out. Unfortunately, Hong is able to get a kill off, especially with the smoke. And Cool Cam also getting pick off on CK Rookie as well. Now in the 5v3 situation, that smoke might be able to pick off somebody, but actually Flores is staying far back outside. Hong, with the mute jammer, being able to shoot off that ace charge, and Finka using one of her 2 last boosts to get her Flores back up in HP, as well as her teammates and herself. And we're seeing them just kind of sit back and cool camp a huge kill there on Kamiko, and Ace just not looking in the general vicinity of where his teammate died, which could potentially be a communication error coming out on the part of Yellow. And Samwise, you know, just flicking around his mouse, having a good time, trying to see what he can do with this, going for his little one tap with his pistol for the montage. Fortunately on 1 HP now, though. You know, if he clutches with pistols right now, I will leave. Alright.
Nope.
And we don't
Cool Cam's gonna put him in his montage. He's now 13
True.
and 6. Number 1 player on MeeveFever. He's a sub. Wow. Cool
Wow,
Cam,
you
you're
know,
crazy, dude.
You know, wait, so yeah, they got Cool Cam as the sub. They refused me as subbing. So, you know, potential misplay coming out from Yellow, the captain of Team Selmay. You know, I'm honestly I'm a bad player. I'm awful at the game, you know, and him refusing and choosing Cool Cam might just be the downfall of his own team.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I really
the
hope
bomb.
I'm about to cash in on money here for MeeveFever. Yellow bet 600 credits on his team today.
Ooh.
I bet 50 for
Attackers have
MeeveFever.
discovered the location
Whale
of a
Cookie
bomb.
300 for
ATS
MeeveFever.
deployed and ready to go.
Baja 200 for MeeveFever. Arvo 100 for MeeveFever. Alexo 250 for Team So Mid, and Sherlock 100 for Team So Mid. I want a payout, man. I want some money.
I'm personally excited for Chameleonaires versus Godville Fan Club. You know, I put 2,250 on Godville Fan Club.
Holy cow, Rookie, you did.
To go.
Yeah.
Man, and I put 200 on Chameleonaires. I'm looking for a payout.
Attackers are heading out.
You know, honestly, I'm just on the Brover train, man. Brover has just been popping off this season when he's been subbing for teams. You know, I'm wholeheartedly on the Brover train. But we are seeing Yellow come out on the glass. Nothing you want to see. Usually players is off rolling when they're in a very even situation, and yeah, when they're a higher rated team. And we're seeing a thermite breach come out here. Actually, this could be a fast play onto Meeting here.
Oh my god, Cool Cam!
Cool
Cool Cam, you're the best!
Oh.
Cool Cam cannot be beat. He is unbeatable on Oregon. And he's gonna throw the Valcam in. No, that's the best Valcam I've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen.
Still going
Cool
for
Cam
Jaeger.
and Joe.
Oh my goodness, it's just absolutely just falling down for the
Misplay
attackers
after
here.
misplay. That was a failed rush if I've ever seen one.
Honestly,
Really?
Cool
Trying to
Cam,
pull off a rush on Cool Cam? What are you thinking?
honestly, like, you have the audacity to rush against Cool Cam on the enemy team, man. That it's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Yell seems to be a little bit of upset. Wow, I've never been
I would
pinged
be.
C4'd before. You know,
New
I'd be
experience.
upset at myself for going for an ambitious play like that, especially against Cool Cam. But you know, it was like, you know, even though the nitro came out,
Attackers need to locate
seeing
and
the
defuse as
glass
many
getting
bombs
picked
as they
off
can.
from that nitro was very crucial, because, you know, since the glass was picked off, you can't see through the smokes, which allowed the Jaeger to just push up and get those 2 kills as well. So it's definitely unfortunate. Excuse me. We are seeing the more so correct placement coming out for the defenders here on that shield inside of Attic. Meeve potentially listening on the stream, but you know, don't think they are. I think they're just a little bit smarter with their shield placement, to be honest. But we are seeing the second floor come out for MeeveFever, potentially moving this map into match point. You know, if you hold tab real quick, I believe MeeveFever has taken all rounds on defense so far. We are seeing a main push right now. Mozzie already pushing
Apologize,
into
Ricky.
main.
I stepped away for a second there.
Oh, it's completely understandable. It's all good. Hong taking a ton of damage from a nade.
You're right. A 3-0 start to this half with for MeeveFever. 4-2 to 4-5.
Oh wow, but yeah,
We're
we're
gonna see a
seeing.
mute trick here,
Yeah, wow.
and it works. Wow, I was gonna say sorry, Hong. You can't mute trick that, but you know he's just too quick. His reflexes are too good.
Yeah,
Denial
comes
on the
down.
board. That wall is going to stay closed. Oh, no, it will not. Koman finds the edge of the wall, and he finds the breach he wants. Hung, surely disappointed with this result. He's going to get downed immediately after the breach opens up. Not sure where from, but he is not in a good position to get revived. Monty looking for the thirst kill right now. He might just very well get it. He does. Oh, CK Rookie looking for the Twitch drone zaps on a alibi drone. Sorry, clone. Not sorry, CK Rookie. You can't zap those unless you zap the feet. They don't take damage.
Who knows, man? And it might be a hive mind.
We see a C4 rip from QuoCam here. He's anxious for another, you know, 2 birds with 1 stone action, but I don't think he really wants to try and kill his teammate quite so easily. Oh, he'll rip the head off of Goman just fine. Just like that, a 5v4 turned into a 3v5. QuoCam's gonna drop the C4, and he'll pick up another C4 kill. It's just a finish this time, but you know, it's still QuoCam. Unfortunately, Yellow, down Attic, finds QuoCam. He's going to push in aggressively. He has Attic control. He finds me with a really nice headshot. He has the bullets to make this work. His team's pushing in Attic. They're going to take kids. He's going to take Bolo. He's in Bolo. They're going to find the man on the breach. Going to find the man on Trophy. Can't connect with Biggie Man's, but he has him down to 1 HP. All he needs now is the diffuser. They need the diffuser. Biggie Man does not want to give it to them. He's throwing impacts. He's rotating around. He's shooting bullets. Is it going to be enough? With Yellow in his stim and his 100,000 bullets? No, it will not. Samwise will find that kill. Biggie Man's tried your best, but it wasn't enough. It's a 5-5 game.
For a second, I got confused because it looks like the defenders just gave up the site completely, but then I noticed that the diffuser was actually down, which caused them to rotate. And, you know, it could have been winnable for the defenders there, actually, if, you know, someone just, you know, sat inside of master and the other one just played top main, you know, just swinging off of, you know, audio cues, or even trying to because you know Alibi had most likely had her shotgun pistol, so you know they could have both just played main and just held head height holes off of top main. Not sure if the diffuser would have been out of sight by then, but you know it still could have been a very interesting way to play that diffuser down round. But they are able to tie up the map. Team So Mid finally catching somewhat of a grip on their attacking side. You know, losing 3 attacking rounds in a row, and then finally being able to get that 1 attacking round. You know, it's definitely their morale is most likely high right now. You know, they were able to finally shut down their snowballing from MeeveFever, and you know, I'm excited to see how the rest of this map plays out, potentially even into OT yet again, with the way that these two teams have been playing. But we are seeing a regular just blue take, and Azarath taking huge damage, maybe from some sort of a spawn peak. And it seems like Finka is actually looking somewhere towards garage, so it was most likely some sort of a spawn peak. And Samwise not able to shoot because of the Twitch in front of them, and Hong unfortunately
DK Rookie putting his fat head in front of Samwise there, denying him the kill on the man inside the box. You gotta be wondering what he's doing right now other than trolling.
Very true. Going 2-10 right now. You know, I personally, when I do that bad, I go towards a support role. But, you know, Samwise taking some damage from the head height holes and getting finger boosted up from his teammate. And we're left in a 4v4 right now. 1 smoke coming out, and there's 2 left for Hong right now. So it could be very winnable. But
TSM might have the read here. They are in sight.
Getting the kill off on the smoke. And now it's a 3v4, and Samwise just continuously swinging with his 150 bullet mag and getting the kill off on the freezer player as well. Is MeeveFever just falling apart at this point? Samwise just holding mouse 1 at this point, just walking through, getting 3 fire after 3 firing kills, and Yellow being able to get the final kill off on the Alibi inside of freezer, holding mouse 1, just like his teammate Samwise.
Great read from Team So Mid there with the lack of sight control from MeeveFever. They'll accelerate themselves to match point. They don't want to go down without a fight. They can't lose 2 maps in a row.
True. You know, it's very strong seeing just the Zofia and the Finka pick come out for the attackers here, especially on two players who are
Attackers
so
need to locate
like
and defuse bombs.
carry potential. You know, just securing those frags. Yellow with 16 kills and Samwise with 11 kills. And you know, they're just both their fraggers having good aim and just being able to walk in and not having to reload and just holding mouse one, getting those kills and entry frags. You know, it's a very good operator pick coming out from the attackers here. But we are now on match point for Team So Mid. I'm not sure how the predictions work if Team So Mid actually win this after losing in OT last map.
If someone wins this map in regulation after losing OT, they will have a higher point gain than MeeveFever
Attackers are
does. So
moving
it's
out
based
to
on who gets the
locate a
most
bomb
points
and
in their
defuse
matchup, and Team Summit will be the victor.
I see.
All MeeveFever has to do is get this to overtime, and they will either win or tie against Team So Mid.
Yeah, so we could see, I believe, a predictions upset right now. I don't remember exactly what the numbers were, but I believe a lot of players had bet on MeeveFever. But we are seeing a T3 take, third floor tower take. And Samwise unfortunately threw his drone a little bit wrong, so he wasn't able to fully clear out third floor. But we are seeing the Bandit playing up with the Mute, and unfortunately getting killed from Azarath inside of Trophy, and the Breach is just going to go down. He can't even trick that at this point. He's just running back to site, understandably, playing safe, as he does not want to be stuck inside of games, no way out. Big Man's with a huge kill behind the shield, and behind the shield player as well. CK Rookie not really expecting him to get absolutely fried from the Jaeger, and now we're left in the 4v4. You know, Bandit just baiting out with the Nitro, trying to make sure Azarath falls off, and Maverick and Finka are taking attic control already. We're seeing Yellow just walking in after the nades are being thrown, and some sort of an execute is starting to go down on the attacker side. Jaeger unsure of this at all, even though the two nades have been thrown through. Monty taking control of attic as well, rotating back towards site. Now Nitro coming out, not really hitting anyone except for Azarath. Samwise getting to pick off on me, Coolcam getting to pick off on Goman as well as Samwise with a refrag off on Coolcam. Samwise with another kill, So Mid securing the win.
Well, folks, there you have it. That is a regulation victory for Team Summit. They'll get 3 points plus the one they got for an overtime loss. 4 points to them, 2 points to MeeveFever. Team So Mid will win this matchup overall, but a good performance from both teams nonetheless. And honestly, Coolcam, 18-9. What are you doing with this team, man? Why are you subbing for them? You're way better than that.
True. I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, if I am MeeveFever's team, I would be incredibly happy if Coolcam was being allowed to sub for my team, especially with his performance on those last 2 maps. But yeah, Team So Mid being able to secure out that final map, very fun and very interesting games to watch nonetheless. Excited to see how both teams perform later off in their seasons.
Absolutely. All right, folks, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we will see you next time with our 6 at Purdue Summer League. Good night.